Hey everybody, happy Monday here on Northern Life. You got Ryan, you got myself, and of course later on today, not today I should say, this is recorded on Friday, so can you tell that we're not going to be on air later today? Because we got the Twins preempting the 4 o'clock on this Friday, so yeah, you're wearing the black, I'm wearing the black sweatshirt. It's relaxing day here at Northern News Now.
We're already on vacation mode, so
Yes.
we're very happy, so we're happy that we can use our Friday energy here to boost you on this Monday.
Although your voice doesn't sound like a Friday voice.
Nope, it does not. So yeah, we're struggling, but we're gonna make it through. We're feeling good internally, but maybe not in the vocal cords.
We're ready to go though. You know, it's going to be a jam-packed Monday show here. So let's give them the old 1-2. Let's do it.
Let's do it. And first, we do have to give you all a wonderful and huge thank you to all of our incredible viewers out there. That is because you have voted us as Duluth Readers once again the best local TV program, which is super awesome. We appreciate that so much. Also, can't help but notice that Hunter McCullough also winning Best TV Personality and Best Person of the Year.
Oh my
How about
gosh,
that, Hunter?
that's so cool. I can't just say enough how much I appreciate that. It's so cool, and cool that what we do, of course, you know, goes through the TV and you see it and you appreciate it as well, and it makes us feel good about what we're doing, you know. It means that we're doing something right, hopefully, and we really appreciate that you folks are with us on that journey. So thank you for appreciating us. We appreciate the heck out of all of you, so thank you all so much.
And thanks for taking the time out of your day to join the two of us. I think we sometimes end our show, we go, man, I really hope that lands with somebody at home.
Yes.
So hopefully our authentic selves resonate with you all here in the Northland, and we're very appreciative of that.
And believe me, this is authentic. This is this is who we are. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know. But
look at us.
Yes, come on.
Also, if you did see on there, Hunter took home Best TV Personality, but the number two spot didn't go to a fellow Northern News Now, human employee, but it came to a little dog Cosmo coming in at number 2 as the best TV personality out here in the Northland.
Look at him.
A big congratulations to Cosmo doing all that wonderful forecasting.
He's fantastic at his job, of course. Every single Thursday he helps us out. We had this big storm this past Thursday, so Cosmo, of course, right in the control room, helping us forecast, put out the graphics, everything like that. Of course, pointing at the second Duluth on that map. You can see two Duluths. And yeah, sweet little dog right there.
Sweet dog. I'm sure Chief Meteorologist Adam Lorch is a proud father. Probably also maybe wishes he was that second spot. But
that's all right. The Cosmo, he's
in
a
the Lorch
staple.
Family.
He's a staple in the Northland. That's for darn sure.
It is in the Lorch family. Well, it appears that our prompter isn't working.
We don't have a prompter.
I believe that I could probably tell you what's going on with our stories.
Let's wing it.
Shania, how about you throw up this video and we'll talk about what's going on here on Northern Life. Oh, so the other day, the Phillies announcer John Kruk, who was a longtime ESPN commentator as well, he told fans during their broadcast the other day that he is in full support of mayonnaise being a good condiment for hot dogs.
Oh, really?
Hunter, are you on board or not?
I don't mind the idea of it. I've never done it in my life, of course, because I'm not weird, but I think I'm on board because I've done it with the hamburger, of course.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Oh, mayo on a hamburger, I am 100%.
Yes, so I could totally picture the mayonnaise on there, the relish, the ketchup, and the mustard all combined together. I bet it's fantastic.
I bet it probably would be good.
Yes.
Hot sauce, something I love on everything. So
yes.
Next time maybe I should try sriracha on a hot dog.
Oh my gosh, I get buffalo sauce every time I go to the store. Never put it on wings. I put it on everything else, on my sandwiches, on my hot dogs, on everything. It's just the best. It adds that extra little kick, that flavor,
I'm an absolute menace too when it comes to that Quick Trip burger section where they get the toppings on there.
Yes.
I got heapings of pickles on there.
It's just this big. You're spilling all over your Subaru out there.
Yeah, it's all in between the seats, which is pretty gnarly. Well, let's get to this next video. I believe it's also baseball related. Let's see which we're working with. Oh, so during the start of the new year here for baseball,
sure.
A lot of folks having to bundle up for the games outside, but for the folks that want to enjoy these weekday games, some of them are deciding to work from home by working at the field, including at Wrigley Field here, Hunter.
That's the way to do it right there. If you're working from home, as long as you're working, it just shouldn't matter where you are. If you're at the stadium working, I think that's fantastic. That's a fantastic plan right there. You're getting the job done, and you're enjoying a fantastic game as well while you're able to work and get things done. We should have our work go to a Huskies game or something like that. That'd be the coolest thing ever.
Hopefully your boss doesn't know that you're at that game, or wasn't watching the game. So hopefully everything works out for
Yes.
that employee there. Let's get to the next video. I'm trying to, our prompter's still on the
not
fritz,
working.
but we got to talk about how cool it was watching the Artemis II launch the other day. This is something we didn't get a chance to talk about last week, but just watching it live, I don't know if you were catching it live, Hunter, but during that special report, just watching it take off. And now folks who are on actually commercial flights nearby, I saw a video of a pilot telling folks to look out to the right on the flight, and getting to watch the Artemis II launch from that high up would have been unreal.
That's the view of a lifetime right there, seeing how high it goes and just watching it the entire time. I mean, how cool for America, how cool for the world. That is so absolutely cool, and we're going back to the moon, baby. I was watching, it's just crazy, because what was it, 50 or 40 years since the last time? Maybe 30 years?
50 or so, yeah.
50 or so since the last time we've done something like this, and I'm sitting there downstairs on my phone watching this. It's crazy how far we've come, and how we're all, this is something that unites us all, which is really cool, too.
And it sounds like they have all sorts of great toilet technology, too, on this new rocket, so we'll have to dive into that technology soon.
Not only are they astronauts, they're plumbers as well. They have to fix
are.
things on there, and now it's all good to go. So.
Making sure it's all set.
Yes.
Well, let's end our block with another video. Let's see what we're working with here, Shania. It's kind of like a fun, surprise game or something.
Roulette, yeah.
Here's something that I learned during the Artemis II launch. Al Roker, during that NBC special report, informed us viewers that he actually does not have a degree in meteorology.
That's kind of wild, and I did know that. I've heard that before, but he just comes from that era, from back in the 80s or 90s, where you didn't necessarily need a meteorology degree.
Right.
They'd have like the sports guy or even the anchor, do the weather. So nowadays, definitely you need a meteorology degree, and I'm surprised he hasn't gotten it actually in recent years.
It sounds like he had that AMS seal.
The certification?
Yeah, the certification, but that has lapsed. So, but he's been doing it for how many every year?
Yes.
So might give him a pass.
He gets grandfathered in. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten just an honorary doctorate or
True.
something from another school or something like that.
Probably should soon.
Yes.
Well, hey, stick around. I believe we have more stuff coming up, including some special students creating some stuff for the NHL. Welcome back. As we start out the brand new week, I do want to quickly wish my father a very happy birthday. Longtime viewer of the program, longtime supporter of my life. So, Dad, love you. Hope you had a wonderful birthday weekend. And my dad, growing up, he went to Duke for law school. So the fact that Duke's not in the Final Four hurts a little bit, stings a little bit this past weekend. But hopefully he found some joy in doing some other things.
Boy, he's a Duke fan. He's a Bills fan. He's had a lot of heartache in the past couple of years.
To bring up the Bills, dude.
Right? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you grew up in Western New York, so having to watch Jim Kelly not bring it home for all those years. Yeah,
so
that's
sad.
Tough.
But I'm friends with your dad and your mom on Facebook, and your dad's posts are very funny. He's a funny man. He's very smart, of course, and everything I see about him and everything that he does is I've got my eyes glued to the Facebook watching Jeff Haff.
Especially
post.
when the Oscars roll around. He's a big movie critic, so he loves to write those reviews.
Yep.
And it also looks like our prompter is on the fritz again. It was fixed for just my dad, so congratulations, Dad. You got a good prompter for that story.
There you go. That's a birthday present.
I believe our next story is about a 99-year-old woman who, in Massachusetts, the only thing that she wanted for her birthday, as you get up there in age, you could wish for presents, you could wish for family, your good health. It sounds like she wanted and wished for some hunky firefighters to, in her words, not my words, in her words, to stop by and celebrate with her. So their local fire department there in Chelmsford, Massachusetts said, we got you. We'll bring some hunky firefighters in to help.
Hopefully they all, took off their shirts at some point and, again, made a calendar for her or something. That's awesome.
Oh, that's cool. That's a lot of firefighters, too. They brought the whole crew.
Yeah, the whole hunky crew. That's fantastic. I love that. You can have anything you want, but at 99, I'm going with the hunky firefighters.
100 years old, you have to bring multiple fire departments.
Let's cool her off,
Yeah. Whoa, wait.
Hose her down.
Yeah, big century party coming up. Our next story, I believe, is a package. It's about some engineering students down in the Twin Cities who are actually helping the Minnesota Wild design some new shin pads. Let's see how it's going.
It may be spring break, but these University of St. Thomas students are hard at work in the lab, learning and creating.
Injury prevention is a big part of hockey and really any sport. So we're seeing if their fresh mind can come up with a unique idea to help protect our players.
It's a new partnership between the Wild and the school, with 3 teams of mechanical engineering students competing to come up with the best design. With shin and ankle injuries being so common, the students are focusing on shin pads.
I thought it was very interesting to where engineering and sports overlap and kind of just how we can complement players, making them safe and just exploring that kind of crossover.
Oh, this is a fantastic project. It's one of the things that really matches what we like to do here at St. Thomas. It's very applied, it's hands-on, it's working with an exciting partner.
One of the biggest hurdles, the time crunch. It's a fast turnaround with the work starting Monday and final presentations to the team and their professors Friday.
Teamwork is great, bouncing ideas off of each other. Everybody knows something that neither of us know individually, so it's important to have that collaborative effort.
Being able to see them apply the theory that they've learned in the classroom to a real-world experience is just outstanding. We love to see how the students' brains are working, how they're developing things.
It'll be a while before we could see the new design on the ice in the NHL, but the team already says it's a winning collaboration.
The outreach in the community is very, very important to what we do. I think that's part of what makes working in hockey so great, and especially here in Minnesota. And I just think it's a great partnership that can lead to bigger and greater things down the road.
In St. Paul, Adam Del Rosso, WCCO News.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of reminds me, not going back to Artemis or anything, but I'm going back to Artemis. When I watched that, I watched a ton of other videos because I was very intrigued on how everything worked. And they had a partnership with NASCAR into making like these suits, and like hearing how the racers, you know, how their suits can withstand those kind of G forces.
Sure.
And so like they learn from each other. It's kind of like that partnership where just because you're an astronaut, you know, doesn't necessarily mean you know like everything about everything that you need to know. So it's important to incorporate everybody you can, because you can always learn something.
There's a lot of smart minds, especially here at the news station. It's like when a story pops up, it's like, okay, how do we approach it? You know, Hunter might have an opinion, I might have an opinion, our wonderful team has an opinion. So all coming together to make something that's already a good product even better.
That's part of what makes our job a lot of fun too, is the collaboration with everybody.
I guess suppose too, like I didn't think about, you know, engineers making, you know, hockey products like that.
Yes.
Because I feel like I hear from a lot of, you know, players on those social media clips that say like they have pads from like 20 years ago. You know, using it's the same equipment. So I suppose, you know, you got to advance.
Anything to make it safer, that's for sure.
Well, Shania, what's behind door number 3? We got to see what the next video. So back at the Twins broadcast the other day, they were playing down at Kauffman Stadium against the Royals, and lo and behold, they had an incredible weather phenomenon happen where these incredibly breezy conditions also pushed the water that's in right field behind the water fountain. It pushed it in front of the center field camera, so they had to get rid of the center field camera for a little bit and broadcast from behind the plate. So it sounds like they figured it out, but you know, something it's live television. You gotta, you figure it out.
That's another cool part about our job when we're live is, you know, figuring out all of that stuff, because that stuff happens all the time where you're not sure what's going to happen. It's live TV. That's what makes it good right there.
And even though this is recorded, you know, things like the prompter, you know.
Even when it's recorded, it's messed up. What the heck is going on?
So I'm glad they got that figured out, and I'm glad hopefully the camera person too didn't get too much flack for that.
Hopefully they wore their raincoat that day or something.
Yeah. That'd be quite the fountain.
Yep.
Well, hey, coming up after the break, we're going to be talking about a Minnesota bus driver being called a hero for his actions. We'll see you in a bit.
How about this? We got the teleprompter back just in time for me to read a story. Let's go. All right, here we go.
Day.
Here's a story that may send a chill up your spine. A Minnesota middle schooler is about to hit his 100th ice bath. 14-year-old George has taken the plunge every day since Christmas Eve, spending 2 minutes in freezing water. He said that this was just a crazy experience, obviously a very cold experience as well. I don't know what honestly made him do this sort of thing, but pretty darn cool. That's a cool achievement right there, quite literally. Cool,
yeah, very cool. You know, that also just sparks some dedication and a little a routine.
Yes, exactly. And I've always heard, I mean, we've talked about this before, ice baths very good for the body. So that kid is, I think, ahead of the game when it comes to waking up. I'm sure he feels awake the entire day after doing something like that.
Yeah.
So good
probably
for him.
Feels ready to go. Probably feels like a Superman or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Couldn't catch me doing that.
Wow, wake you up.
Nope.
So this next story is about a Minnesota bus driver.
Prompter's out again.
Went out again, but that's okay. We're rocking and rolling here on Northern Life. A bus driver down in Minneapolis being called a hero for stepping in to help someone during a car fire. Here's Jeff Wagner.
I've been an instructor here going on 4 years now. I make sure that I'm 100% always doing my job.
That's Kenneth Johnson,
I try to teach patience.
coaching the next generation of Metro Transit bus drivers not only how to be safe on the job, but how to enjoy the ride too.
I love human beings. I'm a people person.
And behind the wheel, Ken knows drivers have many hats to wear.
There's times where I can be somebody's father. I can be a clerical. I can even be a cop. And sometimes a fireman.
On the morning of March 13th, while training 2 students, that's exactly who Ken had to be.
I noticed a whole bunch of smoke coming up to the accident.
The rescue caught on camera and Ken quickly jumping into action.
First priority was getting the fire out.
That's when he noticed an unconscious person in the front seat.
Second, try and get in the vehicle. I used the back of it like a battering ram. Once I got that broke, now it went to converting the flames out.
By that time, first responders arrived and took over.
And then that's where it actually hit me, because I still got to get home to my family too.
The adrenaline wearing off and the weight of what happened sinking in. For the 2 students watching, the lesson that day wasn't about driving.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to step in when need to be, but also know you're surrounded.
And while others may call him a hero, that's not the title he's ready to take.
All right. I'm just a regular human being.
In Minneapolis,
You know, a human being that cares about all human life.
with photojournalist Nick Luneman, Jeff Wagner, WCCO News.
Wow, I'm very impressed. Not only, of course, an impressive feat right there, but you look at the footage and just how calm he is. I'm sure the adrenaline is going like crazy, but he's just, very calm, telling the 2 students what to do, grabbing that fire extinguisher, and then going and, saving a man's life pretty much.
What a cool teacher, too. A teaching moment, the 2 of them going, is this going to be what's happening on the job?
Yes.
Yeah, but good on him for stepping in.
Yeah, hopefully not every day for those students if you're watching out there, but yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, well, but as we head to break here, let's talk about some, it's Target. They're making some changes ahead of the Summer Hunter.
Yep.
And it sounds like they want to go back to maybe a stronger clothing, what was it, dress code that is.
Dress code, okay.
Yep, so they're making sure that their employees now going to have the red shirts on.
Sure.
And I believe they're allowed to either wear khaki or denim pants. And hey, listen to this, I believe they get a free red shirt, but they do have to bring their own pants. But they're offering 50% off denim pants at the store. So
there we go. Don't they have to already wear that, or is that not a thing
I don't know.
already?
I think they've gotten lax over the couple of years.
Okay, get back at it, you employees.
Get to that red shirt that you're known for.
Yes.
We'll talk about tomorrow's Blindfold in just a bit.
Welcome back, folks. Coming up tomorrow, I get a rare opportunity when I get to go into First Lutheran Church here in Duluth. I get to try out their huge organ. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I get to actually sit down and play it. We get to go in behind the scenes and see how the big pipes operate. We get to meet the man who designed the thing, and going to be talking about a very important concert coming up as well. So a very cool blindfold and a very great opportunity, Ryan.
Yeah, and as the gentleman there was saying too, he helped design it, and it sounds like there were a lot of folks, another Duluth man too, who made it become a possibility too. It took like a lot of team members to bring that thing to reality, because it is such as you'll see tomorrow, it's an enormous thing.
Yeah, and even the mailman that we were talking to, George, I believe it was last week at some point, he was saying that he also kind of had a little part in it too when he was on the board at the time, and so kind of cool to see the community come together to make this thing happen.
Yeah, celebrating, I believe, 15 years of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. And before we go, we were talking about how April Fool's products could likely be coming to the shelves. Well, It sounds like Liquid IV is doing just that. They're going to have a Liquid IV Grillo's Pickles flavored, what's it called? Electrolyte drink mix, that is. So my life is much harder without the prompter, so I forgot how much I rely on this thing. So April Fool's joke coming to life, it sounds like.
Hey, can I say that it's just very impressive how much you remember from the show. That was a good one.
Tried our best.
Hey, we love you all so much.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.